In August this year, the EU Commission suspended the EU-Sudan Migration Pact for the time being, against the background of a process of militarization in Germany through arms export. I asked the Development Minister Gerd Müller when the German government would finally cease its support for the Rapid Support Forces and the Military Transition Council. I think it's important to stress that your revolution has impressed us very much here in Germany, but also encouraged many struggles, many people fighting dictatorship and injustice in other parts of the world. I think generally it is very important that we don't focus our politics on governments. Of course we have demands to the governments and we criticize the governments, but it is so decisive for us to link with the real movements. And so Die Linke has traditional links to many parties and organizations internationally, also on the African continent and also with Sudan. So for example, there are links with the Sudanese Communist Party, but there are also links with activists and organizations and networks in Sudan. Sometimes on the party base, sometimes on a more individual base. And for example, I'm also linked with Sudanese actors here in Germany, so which is also important to have links and to get informations and to send support, vice versa, to Sudan. So generally, I think it is really, very crucial for left-wing politics, even if you're working in parliament, that you don't. So we as anti-capitalists and anti-imperialists can't use the same methods and tools like the imperialist powers. We have to get connected with forces on the ground in society, with the working class organization, with different civil society like women's, youth and different political and social and cultural organizations to support people in their way of fighting for their interests. So if the German capital has interest in Africa and in Sudan, and they actually have also interest, of course, in Sudan. So we have to make clear also to the German population that it's not us as ordinary people who have these interests, it's the economy. So our interests are connected with ordinary Sudanese people. And so I think it's very important, even if the life and the living standard is so different in Sudan and in Germany, but it's important to understand that it's like the barrier is not between the nations, but between the above and below, and we have to connect the movements and the people from below, and have to develop a real internationalistic understanding of how we can change our society, but also support other people in other countries to change their society and to create a real solidarity and liberation on a global scale.
Would you say also counterpower?
Yes, so we are talking in Germany about counterpower, because we can't just take over the power which is connected to institutions and to capital interests. We have to create a counterpower, and the counterpower is, of course, the power, the economical power of working class people, but it's also to having to showing that we have to overcome racism and sexism and everything which separates people from each other and weakens our position. And I think in this way we have to think about how to change power and challenge power here in Germany, but also to challenge power on an international scale.
Thank you.
Okay.